Nikola's the best player in the world, man, and I just try to play off of him, make the game easy for him, and he does a hell of a job making it easy for myself and everybody else as well.
One shot, 66 feet, a moment that defied the laws of probability, but for Nikola Jokić, it was just another night of making the impossible look routine. 35 points, 22 rebounds, 17 assists, numbers that hadn't been seen since Wilt Chamberlain laced up his sneakers over 5 decades ago. And then there was that shot, a heave that turned the ball arena into a madhouse. Welcome to the night when Nikola Jokić reminded everyone why he's the most unique superstar in NBA history. January 23, 2025, the Denver Nuggets versus the Sacramento Kings. The defending champions entered the night with a 28-16 record, riding high on a 3-game winning streak. But no one could have predicted the historic performance about to unfold on the Ball Arena hardwood. For Nikola Jokić, already averaging a triple-double for the season with 30.2 points, 13.4 rebounds and 10 assists, the evening started like any other. His methodical pre-game routine, the same one that had earned him 3 MVP awards and a championship, was a stark contrast to the extraordinary events that would follow. The numbers told the story of his dominance. He was shooting an otherworldly 47.9% from 3-point range, leading the league in advanced metrics, and had already racked up his 20th triple-double of the season, more than any other player in the NBA. From the opening tip, Jokić orchestrated the game like a master conductor. His first quarter included 6 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists, but the numbers only told part of the story. Each pass seemed to bend the laws of physics, threading through impossible angles to find cutting teammates. Every rebound came with a purpose, immediately triggering the Nuggets' devastating fast break. Against Domantas Sabonis, one of the league's premier big men, Jokic's footwork was a masterclass in basketball fundamentals. The Kings, like so many teams before them, tried double teams and various defensive schemes, but the Serbian sensation had an answer for everything. By halftime, Jokić had already amassed 18 points, 12 rebounds and 8 assists, putting him on pace for yet another triple-double. But what made this performance special wasn't just the numbers, it was how he was achieving them. No-look passes that seemed to have eyes, post moves that looked like they belonged in the basketball ballet, defensive reads that appeared telepathic. He has this uncanny ability, Nuggets coach Michael Malone would say later. You watch him play and sometimes you forget how special he is because he makes the extraordinary look ordinary. He's processing the game at a level that's just different from everyone else. As the third quarter unfolded, the numbers began to pile up. His efficiency was staggering, shooting 63% from the field, including a perfect 2 for 2 from 3-point range before the historic heave. Each possession seemed to add another highlight to what was becoming a historic stat line. The Nuggets offense was humming, with Jokić finding Jamal Murray for 3 consecutive baskets in one stretch, showcasing the telepathic connection that had made them one of the NBA's most lethal duos. The lead ballooned to 22 points, and Ball Arena was electric with anticipation of what their MVP might do next. With 1.7 seconds left in the third quarter, Jokić took an inbounds pass. In most cases, players would hesitate, perhaps taking a dribble or two. Not Jokić. Without a moment's pause, he turned and launched the ball towards the opposite basket. "I thought it had a chance," his teammate Russell Westbrook would say later. And then boom! The best part of it was no reaction time from him, which I love. The shot traveled the length of the court in what seemed like slow motion. As it splashed through the net, the Ball Arena erupted. His teammates mobbed him in celebration, but Jokić simply walked back to the bench as casually as if he'd made a 3-throw. "When you play, you want to make every shot," Jokić explained post-game with his characteristic humility. "I took it to make it, and I did make it. It's a lucky shot, not really a high percentage shot, but I took it to make it. It's 3 points, it's going to help us." At that point, Denver led Sacramento 110-85, and it seemed like the shot would be just a highlight in what looked like a comfortable Nuggets victory. But in the NBA, no lead is safe, and the Kings weren't done fighting. What followed was a testament to why you can never take your foot off the gas in professional basketball. The Kings mounted a furious comeback, turning what seemed like a blowout into a genuine nail-biter. But this is where Jokic's true greatness shined. While others might have panicked, he remained in complete control, orchestrating the offense with the precision of a master conductor. The final numbers were staggering: 35 points, 22 rebounds, and 17 assists. To put this performance in perspective, only one other player in NBA history had ever recorded a game with at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists: Wilt Chamberlain back in 1968. What makes Jokic's achievement even more remarkable is the efficiency with which he accomplished it. He shot 12 of 19 from the field, including that miraculous 66-footer, displaying a level of versatility that even Chamberlain never showed. This wasn't just another great game in a season full of them. By this point, Jokic was averaging a triple-double for the season: 30.2 points, 13.4 rebounds, and 10 assists, numbers that placed him firmly in the conversation for a 4th MVP award. But perhaps most impressive was how Jokic managed to dominate while making everyone around him better. Each of his 17 assists created open looks for teammates, many of them coming from angles that seemed impossible. "I think this is the best basketball I've ever played," Jokic admitted after the game. "I'm feeling good out there, I'm in shape, the ball is going in, I think I'm playing really good." This historic performance didn't happen in isolation. It came during a season when the defending champion Nuggets were once again establishing themselves as title contenders. With Jokic at the helm, Denver had matched their franchise record for victories and was battling for the Western Conference's top seed. The journey to this point hadn't been a straight line. From being drafted 41st overall in 2014, famously during a Taco Bell commercial, to becoming the lowest drafted MVP in NBA history, Jokic's rise has been nothing short of remarkable. Fresh off leading the Nuggets to their first NBA championship and earning Finals MVP honors, Jokic wasn't just maintaining his level of play, he was somehow elevating it further. What's he doing isn't just changing the NBA, Serbian basketball legend Vlade Divac noted earlier in the season. He's changing how we think about what's possible in basketball. He's showing that the center position can be the focal point of creativity. His style defied conventional wisdom. In an era of high-flying athleticism and rapid-fire three-pointers, Jokic dominated with a combination of footwork, vision, and basketball IQ that seemed from another era, yet perfectly suited for the modern game. He's probably the most difficult player to game plan against in the NBA, Kings coach Mike Brown admitted after the game. You think you've got him figured out, and then he shows you something new. That 66-footer? How do you defend that? The numbers told an even more compelling story. By this point in the season, Jokic was leading the NBA in several advanced metrics: player efficiency rating, win shares, and value over replacement players. But more importantly, the Nuggets were winning. "It's not just about the numbers with Nikola," teammate Jamal Murray explained. "It's about how he makes everyone better. He sees things before they happen. That's why we call him a basketball genius." His influence extends beyond the professional ranks. Basketball camps across Europe and America were now teaching Jokic-style passing drills. Young centers were studying his footwork, trying to replicate his signature somber shuffle. Yet through it all, Jokic remains the same humble person who grew up in Sombor, Serbia. Despite being one of the NBA's most dominant players, he still preferred spending time with his horses and family over the spotlight of stardom. With his 3rd MVP trophy already secured and a 4th potentially on the way, this game served as another reminder of Jokic's unprecedented impact on basketball. But individual accolades were never his focus. As the Kings mounted their late comeback, cutting what had been a 25-point lead down to single digits, Jokic demonstrated why he's considered the most clutch big man in the game. His perfect blend of scoring, rebounding, and playmaking helped Denver weather the storm and secure a 132-123 victory. Games like this remind you that you're watching something special. Years from now, people will talk about being here on the night Jokic hit that shot and put up those numbers. They'll tell their kids they saw it live. The statistics tell part of the story. Jokic became only the second player in NBA history to record this specific combination of points, rebounds, and assists. But they don't capture the artistry, the creativity, the sheer brilliance of how he achieved them. Within minutes, the 66-foot shot had gone viral. Basketball fans worldwide shared clips of the moment, adding it to Jokic's ever-growing highlight reel of impossible plays. But for those who watched the entire game, the shot was just one spectacular moment in a masterpiece of a performance. The final box score will show 35 points, 22 rebounds, and 17 assists. It will record the 66-foot shot and the victory. But what it won't show is the artistry, the genius, and the pure joy that Nikola Jokic brings to the game of basketball. What did you think about Jokic's historic performance? Could this be the greatest regular season game of his career? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible NBA stories.